is this. Blank responses, right, they are not usually trained in school, and even more so, the methods to tackle this very new component is of course not tested, not taught as well. So with the removal of your child's mid-year exams, there's only really one real opportunity to practice and assess their oral abilities at the end of year exam, or maybe as a weighted assessment, okay, as some schools like to do. So understand, right, that you should understand this, okay, your children need to build up a mental shortcut in the sense when they answer the blank response. There's a whole structure to consult in this component, and in building up this mental shortcut, your child needs to take time and practice as well, consistent practice, I may add. Can we go to the next slide? Okay, so you can look at the screen. These are a number of possible oral topics. Okay, the oral, right, will be held over 8 days. 8 different topics, right, for each day. You can see these are big, complicated topics which may be a bit disorienting for your children, maybe P6s going over the Sec 1. Okay, you can see these are a few examples here. We have others like tradition and culture, the arts, environmental issues, science and technology. Okay, so ask yourself this. You can read the following questions there. So anyway, right, don't worry about this. We are here to help. Okay, we'll see in the next slide, right, how we teach here at Writers at Work, how we teach your children to unpack and understand these topics, and how we prepare your kids, right, for the new components. So very quickly, let me be able to share how we as secondary school teachers do our oral lessons. Can we go on to the next slide? Okay, so let's move on to number 22. At Writers at Work, right, we teach your children to accurately unpack the oral question via hearing, okay, their auditory sense, okay? And we also train them to structure their answers in a very organized and logical manner, okay? Once again, through constant and consistent practice of this specific structure, okay? Next, right, we also teach them how to present it using relevant evidence, personal anecdotes as well. So there's an aspect of content building, knowledge building as well. Okay. So purpose here, right, once again, is to build the children's content and understanding of these topics. And very interestingly enough, the content they learn, right, even during these oral lessons, they can translate to other components like essay writing. I can give an example, right, of a student actually, and he just had a lesson, right, on technology, an oral lesson on technology. Coincidentally, right, his weighted assessment was also a discursive essay on technology. So he was able to use the points that he learned from this oral lesson, and he was able to do quite well. He reached the glass ceiling in that sense for his school. Okay, so there's the example of the efficacy of content building here at Writers at Work. Can we go to the next slide? So very quickly, I'm going to share how we simplify, an example of how we simplify a big concept that we teach here. Okay, so you can see that the big concept here is patriotism, and definitely it's a very big idea. So how we teach them about that is, an example of how we teach them is through a timeline. For example, you can start off at age 11 by simply attending the NDP rehearsal, and we move on for the boys. For instance, they need to serve the national service. We have other things like teaching how we can teach them how to come up with accurate, relevant examples that will impress the examiner. Okay, like buying local brands, maybe even attending university, right, locally, in that sense.